All right. Good afternoon, everyone. Um, I am cash today. I did not take any trades. It's slower today. I had zero expectations to trade coming into the day, and therefore I did not trade. Nothing really fit what I want. Nothing I liked. So therefore, I'm not going to make money today. So in terms of trading, um, I have a good topic today on why just technical analysis and why just being so smart and understanding patterns and things like that is honestly not the answer to longevity and long-term successful trading. Um, Most of the things I speak on is from experience, right? I've been a failure many times in trading, right? I made a lot of downs, I made a lot of mistakes, but luckily enough, I've been through all that in the past, and I got past that. So I have a pretty good knowledge about why patterns, just knowing a pattern, is just not enough, right? So it's more about why EQ is more valuable than IQ, right? Because people think the smarter you are, that guy sounds super smart. Therefore, he must be successful. And maybe in other careers, yeah, right. But in trading, that's actually not the case. The reason I say I'm a dumb trader, I'm not actually dumb. You know what I mean? When it comes to trading, I consider myself a dumb trader, right? Because when you're smart and you have a high IQ, you're really just going to be prone to many different things. And probably the biggest one when you have a high IQ and you're a trader is probably over analyzing. And when you overanalyze, this game could just be very difficult, right? When you got to put all your effort into picking the right stock, right? And you can't really focus on making sure you just make the right decisions every day. It could be hard to balance the two. I would say patterns in trading. This is why I teach them, but I don't focus on them because a lot of you guys are probably way better technical analysis than I am. I know the bare minimum. I know a lot, but I try to keep it to a bare minimum. Um, and I try to focus on making the right decisions for my best result, for my bottom line, for my why. Why do I do this? Right? So people with high IQ, technically, it's not they're successful, right? I'd rather have someone with a really big and high and really self-aware and understanding of themselves with a high EQ trading my money than someone with a high IQ that's prone to second guessing, overanalyzing, things like that. Right? You don't have to be smart to make money, right? You don't. Um, so this is the thing about EQ and IQ is that when I first started trading, um, I was unaware that most of my problems in trading was not directly the market, right? Most of my problems in trading was actually me, right? I could make a winning trade with ease, meaning I could make trades where they'd go right in my favor, and I will never stress because they never once ticked up out of my favor. So that means they just completely stayed heavy and they faded all day. But I would still, at some point, give all that back, right? Because I was so worried about just trading and not EQ. EQ for me, how do you fix that? Well, you wait for that same play over and over and over again, right? EQ, patience, right? EQ, discipline to wait for the play, patience, risk management, lowering expectations to not expect to have a 9 to 5 here and understand that this is a market, not a 9 to 5. And when opportunity comes, you make money. When opportunity is not here, you do nothing. Okay? So that's my take on it. I think people, when I first started too, I would go, because a lot of times, a lot of these gurus, they would say, hey, study alert. Who's studying at 10 p.m.? You probably know who I'm talking about. And I would go and study because I thought the more I learned, the more time I put in, the more I should get out of this. In fact, it's not true. It's working smart and not hard. Just because you put in thousands of hours in trading on patterns does not mean you're going to be a successful trader. It's not like other careers where you put the time in and you get the experience, you're going to be good. You work smart, right? Most people when they fail at a trade, most people can make winning trades, yet still most people fail, right? Most people when they make a losing trade, instead of looking at themselves and criticizing themselves, because it's probably one of the hardest things to do in trading, is to sit there and not say you're a failure, But what did I do wrong and how do I get better? Self-criticism. Not many people could do it. Probably the most important thing in trading. So, since people can make winning trades and stuff like that, what I would do is I would make 3 winning trades. This is like 2016, 17. Lose a trade, and I say, my technical analysis is not good enough. I must go review my technical analysis. But really what it was is that trade was actually not even in my process. It wasn't part of my system, and I forced the trade because I had expectations to make money. I felt I come here every day at 8 a.m. I deserve to get paid. That's just not what we play. This is not the game you signed up for. This is a game of opportunity brings money. No opportunity, you don't do nothing. You could show up and do nothing. It's not a 9 to 5. So that's my opinion on EQ, IQ. You think you got to be smart. A lot of times people with smart EQ, high EQ, are the better traders, right? More self-aware, self-disciplined. They understand risk. They understand they don't have to be right. They can be wrong more times than not and still make money, right? So that's why I think EQ is more important than IQ. A lot of people go back, try to perfect, right? Perfection in trading is not a thing. You're going to sit here for 20 years trying to perfect trading just to come to realization that it's impossible to perfect a market where we play probability. There's no guarantees, right? So instead of going to just focus on the patterns and thinking because you know a lot of technical analysis you will be successful, start focusing on you. Because a lot more times than not, you're the problem of why you're not making money, not the market or not your technical analysis, right? I also want to talk about expectations, right? Expectations in trading. You know, it goes back to the 9 to 5. Today, I am cash. I did not trade. Why? I didn't see nothing. That's it. I didn't see nothing. Therefore, I'm not going to trade. When you wake up in the morning or before you go to bed, you should say, I have zero expectations to make money. You're not special. You don't deserve money. Why do you deserve money? If there's no opportunity, you're not going to make money. You're not special. Doesn't matter who you are. Don't think that you're above anyone in the stock market because you could get humbled just as fast as other people. So expectations. Don't expect to make money tomorrow, right? Don't expect to even have a trade tomorrow, right? That's why I don't do calendars, correct? I don't do trading calendars and P&L curves on daily, intraday, right? Day by day, because what are you doing? You're creating expectations, right? I'm up 16,000 this week, and if I had a P&L today, I would have an expectation of what? Potentially, I want to make 4K today. I'm on a hot streak. I have expectations. I deserve more money. It's greed. So I don't do P&L. I always know in the back of my head how much I'm up, ideally, but I don't look at the money. All right? Why? Because everyone else is looking at the money. And a lot of people are losing because they're so focused on just the money. And when you stop focusing on just money, it's very hard to do. Mind you, it's always in the back of my head, but I'm fighting every day to push that to the side. Right? I don't have goals to make X amount or Y amount or whatever it is. Expectations could put you in bad situations. Expectations to size up too much to make that amount of money the next day on a very shitty play. Right? So expectations in trading. I expect every day to potentially not trade or potentially lose money. Those are my expectations. I don't expect to have an opportunity every day. Not realistic. Not in small caps. You know, maybe large caps there is a ton of opportunity, but you know, in small caps, the most 99.9% of these tickers don't have liquidity. Therefore, there's only so many trades you could pick from. That's why it's an easier market. Because stock selection, you're only looking at 6-7 stocks, and by that, if that, right? Sometimes you're looking at 2-3. You just got to pick the right one. Stock selection. So expectations that you're not always going to be trading in small caps, right? So coming to the market every day, expecting to potentially lose money, and expecting to potentially not trade, right? When you're in a winning trade. You know how many times I've been in a winning trade? It happened last week. I was up $13,000 on those China first red days. I forgot what it was. Duo or whatever. I was up $13,000 and I gave it all back. Was I mad? Yeah, but it didn't hit my PT. I didn't have expectations that when I'm green, if I'm not out the trade, it's still a losing trade. Zero expectations. All right. So that's just my take on that. I know this is look, if you're a new trader and you don't have any type of experience, and first of all, if you haven't hit lows in trading, you're just not gonna appreciate this shit. But people that have hit lows and understand they've been through the same struggles in trading that we're all gonna go through at one point. I've been through it. Every trader is gonna have so many downs, right? So many downs that you'll come to respect this type of information. And if you don't, well, that's your choice. At the end of the day, it's your choice. But yeah, that's it.